Hey guys, welcome to my channel, WDW Theme Park Queen. I am so excited about this new endeavor, and I wanted to take this first episode to share a little about who I am and why I chose a YouTube channel. So, my name is Melissa, and I am recently married, and I work in student ministry. So, what that means is I love students, I love Jesus, but I also have a very strong passion for Disney. And I want you guys to see this shirt because it definitely explains me. It says, Disney in my veins and Jesus in my heart. That is very much who I am. So everyone I know has come to me and asked me for ideas when they're planning their trips and everything else, to the point that people were finally like, you need to do something with this information. So I chose to start a channel. And I could have gone the travel agent route because Disney is an amazing company, but honestly that's not what I wanted. And working for them in that capacity would be awesome, but I would have to send people through the company. And to be honest, that is not always the best way to save money. Sometimes it is, especially if you are into the dining plan. That's the only route to go because you can't get the dining plan outside of it. But sometimes, and most of the time, if you're not going that route, there are cheaper options out there. So I wanted to be able to share those with all of you. So the channel was the best way for me to do that. And these companies that I'm going to point you towards and share about are not affiliated with me at all. They don't know me, but I just happen to love what they do and how they run things, so I want to share them with you. On this channel, you are going to find money saving tips. Who doesn't love those? You are going to find fast pass tips, because there are some rides that people will tell you need a fast pass for that you don't. Dining tips, because there are some restaurants that hit it out of the ballpark, and there are some restaurants that could use a little help. Resort tips, because there are all kinds of different types of resorts at Disney, and I can tell you from my experience what the best ones are in all the different areas. Airport tips, because if you are flying into Disney, that airport at MCO can get very crazy and very confusing, and I want to help you guys really understand where you're going and the best way to use your time there. Tips on traveling with lots of kids. I'm blessed enough to have a sister-in-law who has several children, and she is more than willing to help us out by giving us some tips of what she has done that have made traveling with a lot of kids helpful. Apps to use. There are apps that I am very fond of when it comes to Disney that I think will be great for you guys as well. And then things to avoid, because as much as I love Disney, like I said with restaurants, sometimes they don't hit things out of the ballpark, and there are just some things that aren't worth your time spent. And then things that are must-dos. These are things that myself, my family, my husband, my friends have all been like, this has been our favorite part of the trip. So I'll share those with you as well. As well as on occasion, I'll probably share some reviews of things that Disney has coming up, whether that's a movie, a ride, a product of some sort, the new lands that I'm so excited about, both with Star Wars coming up. I think that's 2019 if I'm remembering correctly. And also Toy Story, which is to open this summer. So can't wait for that. I've seen previews for the Slinky Dog roller coaster, and it's going to be amazing. But I don't want to go too much into that right now because that's a different episode. And there'll probably be some other things along the way. I'll likely have guests join me. I am blessed enough to have people in my life who are very passionate about Disney, the same as myself, who would love to be a part of sharing things with you that have worked for them. And I would also love to have ideas of topics or questions that you guys have. And the best way for you to send me those ideas or questions is to email me at wdwthemeparkqueen@gmail.com. I'm going to have that put underneath here so that you guys can see that. So, now that you know what my page is about, I'm sure you're wondering, what in the world makes you so qualified to give me that info? If you're not affiliated with these places that you're going to be talking about, how do you know they work? Well, some of it is things that I've learned from others, and some is my own experience. In the last 5 years, I've been to Disney at least once a year, and some of those years more than once. I have been down there in a lot of seasons, both when it is extremely hot, and you pretty much have to take 6 showers to make it through the day, and both when it goes from 80 degrees at one point and drops to 50. I know if you live in the Midwest and you live up north, 50 does not sound cold. I get it. I'm from Indiana. I don't think it sounds cold either. Until you've been in Florida and it's been 80 all week and then drops to 50. then it's cold. So I have been there for all the seasons and with different people. I've been with my husband, I've been with friends, I've been with family friends, lots of different ways that I've been down there. And I actually have a short 4-day trip coming up in May with my husband to celebrate the end of tax season. Hallelujah. He is an accountant, so I'm not going to see him for a few months. And people who know me would say that I for sure have Disney in my veins, because it's something that I'm always willing to talk about. If anybody even slightly brings up something that can go that route, I instantly go down that area. And I have loved Disney for as long as I can remember. The Little Mermaid was probably the first thing that got me into it. I just fell in love with the characters and the story, and it just changed my whole world. And then about 4 years ago, when I finally got to go to all 4 parks for the first time in my life, a monster was let loose. I could not get enough info. I couldn't learn enough, and I poured into as much Disney information as I could get my hands on. And that brings me today in this first video. Guys, I can't wait to share all that I've learned with you and to research whatever questions you guys have that I might not know the answers to yet, because that is fun for me. And I know that some of you are just like, I don't have time to research this answer, so if you can use me to do it, I would be glad to. I am just over the moon excited about this. And guys, I really hope that you're going to hit that little red button that says subscribe and subscribe to my channel and join me on this adventure, because as Peter Pan said, it just takes faith, trust, and pixie dust. I will see you guys later. Bye.